Welcome to a quick update on the recent news Aris has been putting out on its Elemes project, in particular the Berezski and the Aimandai targets. During 2023, Aris focused on the Elemes project with a soil grid that covered 325 square kilometres of ground and was 31,000 samples in the making. The Berezski target is highlighted in the yellow circle shown on the screen, and if we zoom into there, you can see that represents about 17,000 soil samples. Out of the results, which we analysed over this winter, we came up with a very prominent copper anomaly greater than 200 ppm. This is over 8.8 kilometres in length and represents obviously a very linear feature which we think could be structurally controlled, a structurally controlled porphyry system. Also, that what came out of the data was a very prominent molybdenum or moly anomaly, and that was 3 kilometres by 2 kilometres. And the significance of moly is that it usually denotes where you would expect the core of a porphyry system to be. And we like the fact that this is very much a bullseye target, which again is consistent with a typical porphyry system. And then arsenic was also something else that came out of the soil sampling, and this just refers to what we think is the upper levels of a porphyry system, maybe going into the bottom of an epithermal system, and again is something very typical you'd expect to find in a soil grid that's highlighting a porphyry system. Now, there's been some historical drilling on the Berezski target. If you look at this area in the north, you can see some of the results that Aris reanalyzed from historical core. The notable one being 132 meters at 0.8 copper equivalent. And you can see in all the results there was a zone that was much higher, with one of the results being 62 meters at 1.53 copper equivalent. These all start from surface. And then in an area that's 5 kilometers to the south, there was another zone of historical drilling. And again, you see something very similar. In this case, 108 meters at 0.94 copper equivalent starting from surface, 94 meters at 0.59, and again you can see that high grade portion with the notable 30 meters at 2.21 copper equivalent. Now, zooming back out to the soil grid again, we've just announced the discovery of the Aimandai target. So the slides that we're going to look at cover the entire soil grid. And so if we move into there, we can see two quite distinct zones of copper anomalies. The first one is the Berezski target, which we've just talked about, that is 8.8 kilometers in length. However, we've found a new target that no one actually knew about at all. This is the Aimandai target, and this has come up with a remarkable 14-kilometre anomalous zone that we've yet to close off at either end. And I think what's significant here is that within the Elemes project now we have two very interesting copper-gold porphyry targets, with the Aimandai target never actually being drilled and the Berezski target having historical drill holes with at-surface mineralization. Now, the other thing that we really like about our Elemes project is its infrastructure. This is a map showing the license areas to date, collectively known as the Elemes project. You can see the town of Ekibastuz, which is a mining town, and is the town our field office is based out of. This is the railways in the area. Lie less than 10 kilometers to the north of the project area. These are the roads going through the license, paved roads, and obviously we can drive off these paved roads and give us easy access to both the Berezski and Aimandai targets. These are power lines in the area, and remarkably high voltage power lines Both the north-south power lines you see in the image are 1100 kVA, two of the highest voltage power lines in the world. If you want to know more about our project and about how we're advancing the Elemes project, please check us out on our website at www.arisminerals.com. Follow us on LinkedIn or on Twitter, now known as X. Thank you very much.